It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
I am hungry this morning. Oh, hey, good morning. Hello and welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across the East, which will see me complain about my hunger today. Probably not actually going to happen, but I feel like there's going to be a hunger theme throughout this show. Stay tuned for that. We have a big show in store for you today. Before we get to any of that, let me tell you how you can find the show. We're at WNCT.com. Under the download tab where you can watch this or any episode. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all the usual suspects with social media, and use the East Daily Download hashtag. Also, you can email us at download@WNCT.com. One other great way you can get a hold of this show on the go, the WNCT mobile app available at the Google Play and App Stores. Download it, and you can watch the show anywhere you are. So get those, and I need to really get something to eat. But before I guess we do that, I should probably tell you what's on the show today. But I don't know what I'm in the mood for. John has just thrown a bag of tortilla chips. Interesting, it seems a little early for that, but I'll hold off judgment for the time being. Let's take a look at what's on today's show. We have a new Q&A with AQ. We take a look at the new director's cut of The Current War. We'll have part 3 of our interview with Whirligig Stage founders Jason and Alana. And if all that wasn't enough, WNCT-9 First Alert Chief Meteorologist is here with a very special edition of Weather Kids. Let's see what's going on at the STEM fair, and I need to go and figure out what to do with these. We'll be right back.
Now downloading Weather Kids.
In mid-October, I had a chance to participate in the STEM on the Green event at the University of Mount Olive. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, and it allows area grade school students to explore career options in a wide variety of studies. While attending the STEM on the Green event, students learned about robotics, chemistry, biology, and yes, even weather. The students always are enthusiastic, and they had great questions for me. We talked about forecasting, historic weather events like Hurricane Florence and the 1984 Carolina tornado outbreak, and we may have even a few new recruits for our WNCT 9 on Your Side First Alert Weather Kids program too. The kids left with a new understanding of science and math, which will serve them well in future studies. I want to thank the University of Mount Olive for their hospitality. It's always a pleasure to visit. From the WNCT 9 on Your Side First Alert Weather School, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Jackson. Class dismissed. When the parents look at this and they see the kids on television, they think, oh, I would love to have my kid, but I'm a little bit scared to bring them on TV. When we shoot Weather Kids, it's not live. We don't put them in a high-pressure environment. It doesn't matter what their skill set is. We will guide them. We will show them where to stand. If they mess up, we've got plenty of time. We can do it over. We take our time to make them feel comfortable and to get it done right.
If your child is interested in being on Weather Kids, email Jerry at jjackson@WNCT.com.
The long forecast, the 7-8 day forecast, that's what I like to see. That lets me know ahead of time what the weather's going to be like. Jerry does a good job. He lets you know when something is finna transpire. I have the app on my phone and the radar on my phone so I can keep up with that. It helps me know when a storm is coming up and what the weather's going to be like and what's bad. One moment I really appreciated was when Hurricane Florence was about, and the way Jerry really let you know what was going to happen. That was one moment that made my decision for us to leave town at that time. Because in Craven County, we got hit bad. And Jerry really emphasized how strong the storm surge was going to be, how much wind we was going to have, how much damage was expected. So that gave us the determination to leave town. So that was one of the great moments, I believe, was with Jerry's forecast of Hurricane Florence. I just want to say y'all continue to do what you're doing.
Now downloading Wacky Wednesday.
Forget pies, lattes, and jack-o'-lanterns. This bulbous boat is officially the coolest and weirdest pumpkin invention yet. Tennessee farmer Justin Ownby grew and carved this enormous gourd into a paddle boat and took it for a spin, literally, in his pond. At 910 pounds, it's the largest pumpkin the farmer has ever grown and inched him closer to his goal of growing a pumpkin over 1,000 pounds. Ownby says he'll try again next year, but in the meantime, he's enjoying his current creation and making a big splash doing it. A timeout taken for a tumbleweed? Well, that's what happened at a high school soccer game in Helena, Montana, when a lone tumbleweed came a-tumbling out of the weeds and onto the field. Play was halted as the errant shrub took its sweet time crossing through the match. So what did the teen athletes do? They posed for social media-worthy photos with it, of course. Oh, these kids today. For take a look at this, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Hey, we are back here on the East Daily Download in Eastern North Carolina CW. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. My day's off to a hungry start, and our good friend John behind the camera, when I said I was hungry, threw a bag of tortilla chips at me. Not exactly breakfast food, but hey, I'm hungry. I'm willing to give anything a try. So we will pour some of these out here. We'll hold off on that for just a second. Still to come, we have a new Q&A with AQ. Angie Casada is going to be here answering your questions. But right now, we have part 3 in our conversations with Jason and Alana, the owners and founders of Really Gig Stage. Let's hear what they had to say. We'll be right back. How long did it take from this initial conversation, like realizing you're serious about this, to actually buying or purchasing or getting the lease on the building? How long of a period of time was that? Was that lengthy, or was that like a 2-week process? It's not like, is it like buying a house, or is it a different kind of situation?
It took a long time. It took,
well, no, I mean, not really, because when you think about the genesis of the idea, which is probably what, like April of
2018 or 2016.
2016, and then we opened our first show in our tent in our lot in December of that same year. So I think most people would say that was a really fast setup.
But you said the key word tent. So let's talk about that. So before you'd gotten a hold of the building, but the building wasn't ready for move-in, and so you had the ability to stage shows, but you put them in a tent out in the parking lot, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us about that. Was there regret along the way, or second guessing?
I think definitely.
We always second guess ourselves as creative people.
Yeah.
We're always looking at the things we do, and it's never done. But the glory of the creative process and the performance aspect for us is that, as opposed to I need it to be done so I can put it in the gallery and try to sell it, as a performer, it's done when the audience has arrived, and you're willing to get going. And we learned a lot about that, especially. You can do an amazing, the most amazing production of Peter Pan you will ever see can be done in your children's backyard.
And it makes it it makes us grateful for even what we have now, which is still not a lot. But we know how to create magic with and rely on our actors and the storytelling versus having to lean into a lot of theater technology.
Meet Nemo. The 5-month-old is living the good life at Logan's Heroes Animal Rescue just outside Coopersburg.
Nemo's very friendly. He rolls all over for belly rubs. He's very curious.
And very lucky. Nemo is the lone survivor after a September fire in Upper Lehigh County killed 4,000 hogs at Billig Farms.
The first time that he was spotted, he was standing right here.
After the pig made friends with her animals, neighbor Meredith Prang made it her mission to save Nemo, who escaped his pen a week before the fire. And 10 different neighbors joined owner Teresa Billig in canvassing the Lynn Township countryside to find Nemo. And did he run faster than you thought he would?
Oh, yeah.
After finally wrangling Nemo, they found out this pig is more dog than dinner.
That afternoon, when I went into the indoor to see him, he would trot up to me.
Which led Nemo to the sanctuary. Why didn't you want him back?
It hurt too much.
For Billig, the pigs, especially her sows, were more than just livestock.
They were my friends. You could talk to them, there was no talking back.
And the fire did more than just devastate the family's finances.
I'll never forget that. The screams, the the piling up on top of each other trying to get out because we could see that. I think it's an ending for me, knowing that he made it. You know, it makes me feel good. He made it.
For Prang, finding Nemo helped a community find each other.
The area that the pig stayed in was probably just a couple of mile radius, and getting to meet your neighbors within a few miles that you never knew in 20 years was kind of amazing.
A GoFundMe has been set up for the Billigs. As for Nemo, he's now living life in hog heaven. Bo Coltnow, 69 News.
If your business would like to be featured in our new show, The East Daily Download, contact Joe Bullard at 252-355-8520 or jbullard@WNCT.com today and watch The East Daily Download weekdays at 7 on Eastern North Carolina CW. We're back here on the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW. Thank you so much for joining us today. Quick reminder, you can watch the show WNCT.com under the Download tab. Also, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter are your social media connections to the show. Use the East Daily Download hashtag. And one of my favorite ways to watch the show on the go is the WNCT mobile app, which you can get at the App Store or Google Play. Download it, and we have a tab there. You can scroll down and watch it wherever you are. So those are just some great ways to watch the show outside of on Eastern North Carolina CW. Okay, still have a lot of show to get to today. What, John? Pico. Huh? Olives. I feel like there's a theme developing since he already gave me tortilla chips. It is 7 in the morning, you know, man. What are you doing? Go ahead, just have some. Whatever, you know, I'm the hungry one here, not you, but oddly you had all this stuff ready to go. I feel like there's a theme developing here. And speaking of themes, we have a theme of a great show still ahead. Q&A with AQ, a new one of those is coming your way. But right now, let's take a look at the director's cut of the great movie, The Current War. That's about Edison and Tesla. Let's take a look at that.
This is a battle for the brightest minds of America. Today, the impossible becomes possible. And the man that controls that current controls the future.
I hope you brought your checkbooks.
The Current War Director's Cut dramatizes the fight to rule the new electric power industry, pushing direct current Benedict Cumberbatch as Thomas Edison.
Our future's not going to be paved with bricks, but with copper.
And Tom Holland as Edison's worshipful young secretary.
You are the smartest man I know. Beyond building miracles out of thin air, I was most impressed by your principles.
Advocating alternating current, George Westinghouse, played by Michael Shannon.
Thomas Alva Edison is a charlatan who preys on the fears of the common man because I have the better system. And because I do have the better system, Westinghouse Electric shall endure.
And Nicholas Holt as inventor Nikola Tesla.
I will be the greatest provider of electrical power in the world. Better than Edison.
This is costing us a fortune. Westinghouse stole from me. 3, 2, 1.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
So this is how it all went down. When I was a kid, my mom would always say, Kelly, you talk to everybody. It's like every day is the Kelly Clarkson show. Then the other day, I'm in the studio asking a lot of questions, and my engineer says, what is this, like the Kelly Clarkson show? Then I'm at a play date where the super cool mom says, you should totally have a show. And I'm like, shut up, but in like a nice way. And then her daughter, who's like the cutest thing ever, says, it's like there's always been a Kelly Clarkson show, but now it's on TV. And I'm like, totally.
The Kelly Clarkson Show.
Walked across Ohio, took me 50 days.
Each step 31-year-old artist Mike Posner took on his journey was a climb.
There is something gorgeous underneath the pain.
He experienced a physical and emotional battle of wills.
Then not one morning did my alarm go off 4 a.m. Did my body go, get up and walk, dude. 0 times. You go do something hard and you finish it no matter what, you're gonna find some beauty in yourself.
What did you find?
I'm a tough son of a gun.
Life hit me in the face, but I didn't run.
Not even a rattlesnake bite, miles from the nearest town in Colorado, could keep him down.
That venom, that poison started to go through my body. And remember the end of Looney Tunes? And the circle gets smaller and they say, that's all, folks.
6 days in the hospital and 2 weeks of rehab. Peace. Somehow Posner stayed positive through it all.
That day was fun, man. I rode in a helicopter. They put me in the ICU, nice air conditioning and a nice bed.
Legacy.
Picking up where he left off, Posner kept going and kept growing, his soul leading the way.
No drugs or no alcohol, 'cause I'm high as it is.
No drugs. That's a shift from his monster hit released in 2015.
I took a pill in Ibiza to show Avicii I was cool.
I want everybody to think I was cool, you know. I still have to battle with that. Does everybody like me? It's like, dude, it doesn't matter.
If I wanna move on.
His collaborator Avicii took his own life last year. Posner also lost his father to cancer and friend Mac Miller to a drug overdose. Coping with depression and grief pushed him to get his life on a better path.
What do you think the biggest lesson is that you learned along the way?
How to not be a coward. I want to become somebody I'm actually proud of. You know, that's why I went on this walk. If somebody said, who inspires you? Who's your hero? I want to be able to look them in the eye and say, me. I'm my hero.
Look what I've become. Look what I've become.
Jamie Yukas, Los Angeles.
This group of women didn't sign up to serve their country, but their sons and daughters did.
You come together here and we listen to each other and we get it. And it's just that understanding that isn't often provided out in the real world.
This is just one of more than 200 chapters of the Blue Star Mothers of America. Here in Virginia's capital city, they call themselves the Blue Star Families of Richmond. Stephanie Sill says it's a sisterhood.
My oldest son, Joshua, is actually a veteran now of the Army. He served about 8 years.
Her son's deployment made her appreciate other moms who can relate.
He plays with bombs for a living, so pretty much every day was a stressful day for me.
The group gets together all year long, packing treats for troops, each December decorating a holiday tree at the Virginia War Memorial. Susan Holcher is one of the newest members of the group.
I joined the group and immediately they sent a care package to my daughter.
Right now, her daughter is deployed in the Middle East.
Every day you say a prayer that she's going to be safe and everybody that she's serving with is going to be safe.
These moms say they're filled with emotions while supporting their sons and daughters, worry during deployments, but pride to have a child in uniform.
My kid went and join the military. Well, I can do my part here in my hometown by taking care of those who also served.
For Veterans Voices, I'm Amy Simpson.
This isn't the story I expected to be telling. 3 years ago, when Batman mysteriously disappeared, he divided Gotham.
Crows represent order, security.
The crows are not the hero of this story, Gotham.
I want to take power. I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be, when it fits a woman.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Q&A with AQ, where you, the viewers, get to ask me some amazing questions, whether it's about ENC, personal questions, or just something random that crossed your mind and you want to know. Forget Siri, ask Angie, okay? So let's get right to it. We have the first question. What is your favorite fall drink? All right, are we talking about alcohol, coffee, just a regular drink? I don't know. Let's think. What's my favorite fall drink? I'm going to have to go with a nice hot chocolate, right? You can't go wrong with hot chocolate. Come Christmas, Thanksgiving, my grandma makes the best. She takes like big old bars of dark chocolate and puts it in a pot with milk, and makes her little magic potion, and not really, I'm just saying she's amazing at what she does. And it's my favorite drink, and you throw in some whipped cream. I found out that since I'm lactose intolerant, you could actually do coconut milk, which is amazing. Tastes like coconut. Next question, pumpkin spice, yes or no? Not in a drink, not a fan in food, but candles. I'm a big fan in candles. I love candles. I go to Kirkland's and my nose is burning, and like when I come back, I usually go during my dinner break. I'll come back to work and people are like, Ange, why do you smell like Kirkland's? And I'm like, well, I hang out around all the potpourri and the candles because I love the pumpkin spice and the pumpkin. They have like all these different pumpkin names, but it's amazing. So someone's totally coughing on some pumpkin right now, but it's okay. Again, look, I'm asking all these questions. I talk too much and I'm running out of time, but please send your questions to download at WNCT.com. I want anything, any questions you have, I'll answer them, all right? Angie Casada, East Daily Download.
Well, we are back here on the East Daily Download. It is National Nachos Day. John, in his wisdom, brought in all the ingredients, and when I said I was hungry, it just worked out really well. But John, my friend, you forgot one key ingredient here, which is the cheese. Well, apparently he didn't forget. He has the queso right here. So I guess when the show is over at 7:30 in the morning, we're going to have some nachos. What better way to start your day? And what better way for you to start your day than with the East Daily Download? We appreciate you being here. Don't forget, you can go online to WNCT.com under the Download tab. Also, you can go to the mobile app, the WNCT mobile app, download that on the go. Anywhere you are, you can watch this show. So maybe it's not 7:30 in the morning when you see us having nachos. Maybe instead it's 5 in the evening. Until tomorrow, have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you back here on the East Daily Download then. I'm going to go enjoy some sort of nachos, and John's probably going to come in here and take this plate away from me. See you later. Thursday, when we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download, we'll have a new real estate roundup. We've got a new Ion Entertainment. We also have part 4 of our interview with founders of Whirligig Stage coming your way. And you'll meet a child looking for a loving home. So join us Thursday for an all-new The East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.